So today we're going to talk about Gloria Steinem, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Jessica Yellin.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about that conversation?
Fill me in, please.
Good.
I don't have the details.
So let's start with Jessica Yellin. So Jessica, she's an independent media owner. She founded the company News Not Nows.
Mm-hmm.
And then also she received a lot of awards as a journalist.
Okay.
And then she explained that after the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, she wanted to contact two women that she knew to help her move forward, to help her see what the future will be like for the women, especially.
Okay.
So the first woman she thought about was Gloria Steinem.
Mm-hmm.
So Gloria is basically the face of feminism in the States. She's a well-known activist.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second woman she thought about was Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex.
Okay.
So because I think even though we live in Canada, but when that Friday we heard about the Supreme Court decision, every woman was like, whoa, they were shocked.
Of course, absolutely.
Because we know that everything that happened in the States can spread in the whole world, can affect the whole world.
Yeah, we're living in a global society, so absolutely.
Exactly. So it wasn't only for American women, it was affected everybody, all of us. So that's why myself, I found this conversation really interesting and very powerful. I'm not going to really go points by points about the whole interview, because what I would like our listeners to do is to actually go and read the interview, because it's a very powerful interview. And then we will link, of course, we will have a link to the interview on this video. But I will just, highlight the most important parts and give like a brief summary of what these two women said. Okay. So, yes. So what you need to know about Gloria Steinem and Meghan Markle friendship is that it was in 2020 when Meghan learned that Gloria was living kind of in Montecito too. So they were neighbors. So she didn't know about that. So when she learned that, she contacted Gloria, and then they did a video together actually in 2020. They did something together. It was about same thing, women, because these two have been advocates for women's rights, and it was a pretty interesting video. And then after that, they decided to continue their friendship and their activism together. And at some point, because it was before the presidential elections in 2020, so Gloria invited Meghan to call voters to take the people who were organizing voters registration. So, and Meghan, of course, she said yes. And then this is how they were able to make calls to really thank people who were advocating for people to vote, because we know that in 2020, it was really important for Americans to vote, because it was a matter of death of life at this point. So now they continue their activism together. And then right now they are working on passing the ERA. So the ERA, so it's the Equal Rights Amendment. Mm-hmm. So my shock was that women are not in the American Constitution.
No, they're not.
So that's that was like, whoa. And no criticism on the United States, but I'm sorry, but a country that feels comfortable to go and then tell other countries how to act, how to behave, how to treat their citizens, that was a shocker for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they are working now on the ERA, and then knowing these two women, yes, they will of course succeed. So now they went and talked about that decision from the Supreme Court, and then how it's going to affect people, especially women.
Okay. Go on.
But what I like about what Meghan said, they think that it's affecting women. No, it's affecting everyone. It's affecting the whole family structure.
Absolutely.
Men and women are both affected. And then that's why she said that men also should be vocal about that, and they should say something. They should support the women, because at the end of the day, like, we can have all our opinions on abortion. This is a private matters. Like, I have my opinions, and I'm sure you have yours.
Absolutely.
And we don't need to share the same opinions. We don't need to share the same views, because a lot of things, we have to take a lot of things into consideration, where we come from, our culture, our religion, the way we were raised. All these also kind of shape our opinions on certain topics. But the issue is the freedom of choice.
Yes, freedom of choice is being taken away right now in society, and it's being taken away. You know, women have worked so hard to have the rights, the freedoms that we are supposed to have today, and it's just like in a blink of an eye, that's gone.
Yes, and that's unacceptable, because that decision doesn't even take into consideration certain circumstances.
Absolutely.
Because in case of a rape, in case of like a child being raped and get pregnant, or victim of incest.
Exactly.
Like right now, as we are talking, there is a child that has been raped. She's 10 years old. And then she's in a state where abortion is prohibited.
Yep.
And now everybody are trying to see how they can help her, because like, if she gives birth, she might die. She's only 10 years old. So they just took that decision. They didn't take into consideration certain special circumstances that can require an abortion. And of course, what we just spoke about, freedom of choice, because at the end of the day, I don't think women's body belongs to government or belongs to the states.
Yep.
So women needs to be able to choose according to their plans, according to their fears, to what they are ready to face or else. Like, no, that's what I like about these two women, because what you need to know is that these two women, Gloria and Meghan, they made two different choices. And like Meghan said, she chose to give birth happily to two children.
Yes.
But Gloria, she chose not to give birth because she had an abortion. And she explained that, thank God she was not in the States when she was pregnant. She was in London, and she was able to get an abortion. And she said that, she related that, if it wasn't for that abortion, she would have not been where she is right now. She would have not been that Gloria Steinem that we know, because she felt that if she couldn't have that choice, her life would have stopped right there.
And I can definitely understand both sides, but I can definitely understand her point of view, being the fact that I decided to have a kid at a young age. That was my decision. It was my choice. And thank God I could have had that choice. But kids are wonderful, but it changes a lot of things in your life.
Yes, I like that you share that with us, because at the end of the day, it's about choice.
Yes.
It's just choice. Like, it's not about right or wrong. Right or wrong, it's something else. Like, if it is wrong for you, don't do it.
Exactly.
If it is right for you, then you do it. But you cannot want to order other people how to act. Especially, it's not your business.
And how to live their lives.
Exactly. That's as long as it's not affecting you personally.
Yeah.
It's not your business. I'm sorry.
No. And I just find that in a society where we're supposed to be so free, where we're supposed to have this choice, there's this constraint and this judgment on people making different choices that don't align with your viewpoint. It's none of your business. It's not your life. It doesn't affect you in any way.
Exactly. So, and it's getting scary. But you see, Gloria was kind of bring she brought us back in the past before the war.
Yeah.
And then she was saying that before that, women used to how can I say that? They used to call underground networks called Jane, where that it's a network, so a group of women, like very courageous one, they were able to help other women get an abortion because it was not legal at that situation.
And unfortunately, a lot of people may have not known of that service and would do it themselves and either die in the process or have severe damage to their bodies because of that.
Exactly. So actually that decision will not stop abortion. It will stop safe abortion.
Exactly.
Because people's going to have abortion either they want it or not. But it will kill many people. Many people will die just because of that. Because it won't stop it. So yes.
We're going backwards. We're going backwards.
Yeah, we are going backwards. And it's crazy. So, and I like that Meghan shared kind of a message of hope, because she said that in these moments where we all feel angry and then powerless, of course, and desperate, she said that when you have anger, you have to channel that energy into something that makes a difference. And that's what activism is. It's about how we show up.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of women felt like, okay, what's next now? What do? We are angry. They are tweeting about it. They are going on Facebook. But it's not about staying on social media. It's about having a plan. So how we're gonna, because to be honest, the pro-life people, this is how they call themselves, even though they are pro-life, but they are pro-guns at the same time, the same guns that are being used to kill children, but they are still pro-life. These pro-life people, to be honest, they are well organized and they have been fighting against abortion for a long time. So that decision is not overnight decision.
No,
it's something that was built, planned, organized.
Yes.
So the pro-choice camp now, they need to plan ahead also. They need to play the long game so that when they are able to overturn that decision, that it stays.
Yes.
That it's not at risk, like let's say in 20, 25 years from now, somebody can come and then just overturn it again.
Overturn it and go back to the same thing, restricting women of having the choice to do what they want with their own bodies.
Exactly. And like Meghan was saying that, and the journalist also kind of insinuated, these kind of decisions affect mostly Black women or women of color. And then because like she said, across the US, Black women are almost 3 times more likely than white women to die in pregnancy or childbirth. And Black infants have twice the mortality rate of white infants. And like Meghan says, these issues are systemic, interconnected, and vulnerable. Women of color, and especially Black women, are most impacted by these decisions because most of them, they don't have the same access to healthcare, economic opportunity, mental health resources.
Exactly.
And then one critic was that, oh, but Meghan is rich. But they always forget about Serena Williams.
Yes.
Millionaires. And still, when she was having issues while she was pregnant and she was delivered the baby, she almost died.
Yes.
So it's not about rich or poor, it's about the category you're in. Is you're a Black woman or a person of color, you're at risk because unfortunately, as it is systemic, doctors or healthcare employees, they don't listen to you. When you say that you are in pain or you're having this, they don't believe in what you're saying, in what you're complaining about.
Yeah.
So like it's a risk for all of us. Yes. So to be honest, like, I really recommend that everybody goes click on the link and then so that they can read the whole interview, because it's really a great one and it really put in perspective, first of all, what happened, and then how, as women, even American women and women from all over the world, how we can, like she said, channel that anger and channel that feeling of hopelessness, that feeling of desperation into something that can secure that's a safe future for all of us. Okay, so I will end this with a quote from Gloria Steinem, and I really like that conclusion. She said that, I think we need to remember that hope is a form of planning. If you're not hopeful, you've given up.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love that. Well said.
Yes. So really very powerful interview. And then to be honest, like I'm a Success Squad member, and then but see, and it's not the first conversation between Gloria and Meghan. And I like this conversation because for myself, it really inspired me, because sometimes you're living in a community, you're living in society, you're working, you're making money, and sometimes you ask yourself, okay, how do I contribute to make my community better?
Yeah.
How do I contribute to make the place I live in, or maybe my neighborhood, my town, my city better? So you don't really need to be like a vice president or president, but I think sometimes you just need to be involved in some like organizations or charities, or having some kind of activism, even by educating people around you.
Exactly.
Just to make your community a better place.
Absolutely.